exciting welcome to the international premiere of At the World's End. I've deliberately avoided seeing the trailer, and I don't know a hell of a lot. I haven't asked Martin Freeman any questions about it, much, and so I'm as excited as all of you are. I'm sure it's you know, it's just great that that Edgar has chosen us in New Zealand to be the international premiere for his film. He emailed me about 3 months ago and said, did I think there was any chance of having a premiere of At the World's End at the Embassy with a huge screen and a great sound? And I just emailed back and said, hell yes. I first met Edgar and Simon and Nick about, I guess, nearly 10 years ago. I'd finished Lord of the Rings. I was busy on the pre-production of King Kong, and the word came through that there was a filmmaker and his actors coming to New Zealand to promote their movie Shaun of the Dead. And I didn't know a hell of a lot about the movie. I'd been a bit cut off from the real world for a while, and that they were keen to meet, and so I said, sure, I'd love to, but, you know, can I see the movie first? And so they screened it. I had it screened about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I was by myself, and I watched it, and I just thought it was the greatest thing I'd ever seen. It was just absolutely fantastic. And so I called Fran at home, and I said, wow, I've just seen this amazing film. And then I asked if we could see it again at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and they said, yeah. So I ran it, so we saw it again, and I got Fran and a few friends along to see it because it was so great. And then I met up with the guys that night, and I mean, Edgar. You know, my first impression of Edgar was a 12-year-old boy with a false beard. And fortunately, I wasn't particularly wrong. You know, his spirit is incredibly young. And the next morning, it was a Saturday morning, and I met up for coffee with the three of them, with Edgar, Simon and Nick, and they said to me, oh, is that house that you shot Braindead in, is that very close? And I said, yeah. I mean, I said, it's just, you know, it's a mile or two away. And they said, oh, can we go and see it? So I said, sure, you know, get in the car. So I drove the three of them through the tunnel to Hai Tai Tai, and went up the road. I said, there it is up there. And, you know, honestly, the look on their faces, it was like somebody looking at St. Peter's in Rome. And there was Simon posing. And I thought, yeah, these are cool guys. these are the real deal. And you know, and the great thing about their movies, the thing that I think, you know, that I love, and I think a lot of people love, is they're movies that are collaborations between friends. They're movies made for the right reasons. They're films made with a lot of love and fun. You know, these guys want to make movies, and these movies are the movies they want to make, and they're doing it, and we're the people that get to enjoy them. We're very, very lucky. So let's introduce Edgar Wright, the director. And I think no matter what they have done in their careers and go on to do in their careers, I think that Simon Pegg and Nick Frost will forever be remembered as Thompson and Thompson. Last night, about 9 o'clock, we finished shooting the very last shot of Bilbo Baggins in The Hobbit. So we're sending Martin home, having served 2.5 years in the front line in New Zealand, and honestly, one of the most wonderful experiences I've ever had with anybody. His courage, his imagination, and his devotion to finding the truth in everything he did, and to exploring ways in which Bilbo is not, you know, a fantasy character, but a real living person, has just constantly, you know, amazed me and inspired me. And you know, I hopefully we'll work together again. But I'm going to miss the big feet, that's for sure. So, Freeman.
Afterwards, please don't try and pull my beard off. It is real, I promise you. Like Peter said, we really wanted to come back to the embassy and show this movie. I first came to New Zealand to show Shaun of the Dead in 2004. And what's great actually is not only do we get to do this international premiere, but by a stroke of luck, you guys get it 24 hours before the UK. So actually you get... When it opens on Thursday, you had every right to go, Yabu sucks, to everybody in the room. But do not get straight on Twitter and spoil all the surprises, or I will get on another 22-hour flight and come and kill you all. Oh, I do want to say that this is absolutely true. I know this might sound like the kind of something that I might say every premiere, but this is genuinely true. The last time I was here was in 2007 for Hot Fuzz. And when we were flying back to Sydney, from Wellington to Sydney, I was thinking about this script that I'd written when I was 21. I had written a script when I was 21 called Crawl, that was about teenagers on a pub crawl, based on my own experiences of having a disastrous pub crawl in my hometown, which has 12 pubs, of which I managed 6. So I was thinking about the script and I hadn't done anything with it, and then I started to have this seed of an idea that maybe that script about the teenagers should just be the first 3 minutes of the movie. And then when we landed in Sydney, I went straight up to Simon at the baggage carousel. I said, oh, I think I know what the idea for the third one is. So what I'm basically saying is that the film is half Kiwi. Please claim it as your own, but only 50%. The other 50% is for Sydney, I guess. So I'd like to introduce you to my co-writer and star, Mr. Simon Pegg.
Thanks everybody. 17 years ago, I did a month-long season at the Bats Theatre. Did anybody see it? Yeah, right. Thank you. Yeah, who's laughing now? So it's amazing to come back here to Wellington and be premiering this movie. It's an extraordinary thing, and I love this town, and it's no small wonder that we're so happy to be here. So thank you for coming. I'm not going to talk for long. I'll hand over to Nick and maybe Martin if he wants to say something. Do you want to say anything, Martin? But thank you so much, and I can't wait for you all to see this.
I'll go next, thank you very much, because for some reason Nick wants top billing. So, he has not done his time in the trenches in New Zealand the way I have, so judge for yourselves when that is justified that he goes last. But apparently it's quite funny in an English way. Yes, as Peter said, I finished on The Hobbit yesterday. That was an amazing thing. It's an amazing thing to be here as well tonight. I've not seen this film either, so I'm in the same boat as all of you. I'm really looking forward to it. I had a fantastic time with friends and colleagues. It's my third go round the block with them, and it was a thorough... Don't mock me from behind. It's utterly... I consider you both friends and colleagues. Colleagues. Yes, thank you very much. I hope you really enjoy it. Thanks for being so good to me over the last 5.5 decades. And I'll see you soon. Here is Nick Frost.
It's lovely to be here with my friends and someone I worked with once. You guys at the front are going to probably need eye and ear surgery after this, so there are bandages available in the foyer. I just wanted to say thank you, and
you're all so good to us when we come here. We get a lot of people saying, oh, you know, we go to Australia a bit and they say, oh, well, you know, you've come to New Zealand, it's amazing. It's just, well, why wouldn't you? It seems so bonkers to come all the way and not come to New Zealand. So, you know, I have family here, I've got family and friends here tonight, so it feels like it is a real international premiere. And, you know, Peter and Fran and Philip are always so good to us, and they always roll out the red carpet, and it always makes us feel part of the family. So thank you, and thank you for having us. Now, a lot of journalists keep saying to us, now, is this it? Is this it for the three of you? And it gives me the chance to do my Winston Churchill impression, which I love doing, but I can sense Edgar and Simon are a bit bored of it. But I think Mr. Winston Churchill said it best when he said, this is not the end, this is not the beginning of the end, but it is the end of the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy